Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverley out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubats in at the 5. Outside Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a three-point game, and Morris throws it down.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And Doncic, here we go, and he makes that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
A 3 from Morris. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Beverly against Hardaway. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock, and good that time.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash.
Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation. Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Doncic outside. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And then for Dallas, Melly is checked in for Marjanovic. Josh Richardson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. To the middle. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Showing why he's an elite talent. Porzingis making difficult physical finishes look effortless.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubats. Patterson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Morris. And it's George in for Patrick Beverley. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Dallas making a switch here. Burks is checked in. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. To the paint. And here is Patterson. Here's Mann. Passes it to Kennard. Plenty of space. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Porzingis.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And so they foul intentionally. Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. 1:29 left here in the first quarter. Now here's Porzingis. There's the pass to Richardson. Swiped away. George looking over the floor. The 19-foot shot. No good on that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Outside, Reddick for the three. Gets a hand on it. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the night.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George hacks a two-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss.
He can't get anything to fall this quarter, and obviously that's dragging the whole team down.
Porzingis can't hit. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Reddick. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Powell finds Kleba. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Reddick with the three. The rebound by Patterson. Kennard with the ball. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Got it up. It doesn't go for him. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Dallas leading by 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
We've got Luke Kennard. Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the three. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Mavericks leading by 7. Richardson the pass to Powell. Inside. Richardson outside. Cauley-Stein dishes to Richardson. Just 5 to shoot. Over Kennard. Back to Cauley-Stein. And he banks in the layup. Cauley-Stein's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Dallas. Pass to man. Outside for Rondo. Here's Morris. Guarded by Powell. Kennard on the wing. Los Angeles with another miss.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Finney-Smith. A three-pointer off the mark.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleba comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Reddick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Reddick passes to Richardson. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. High post shot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Reddick for 3. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Here's Leonard. Moves back up. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Cousins against Porzingis. 4 on the shot clock. A 3 from Morris. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Fast break, Dallas. And here's Doncic from the arc. Dallas, no good that time either. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. Second chance shot. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Doncic looking it over. Pass to Hardaway. Doncic outside. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 7.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs. Generates range with ease.
Beverly wide open. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Doncic, 7 points in the game. Outside Hardaway. Launches it, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for DeMarcus Cousins. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Doncic kicks to Brunson. And the shot goes down. Brunson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Back to Rondo. The Clippers rebound. Passes it to Beverly. Leonard with no one around. And the Clippers miss again. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. They get it again. The second chance effort. Oh, my goodness, with no... All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, right out of the gates, it was Dallas setting the tone. Their mission to dominate early was a... And that...
And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway is out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Here's Doncic. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around and misses it off the right side of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's Leonard missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Clippers trail by 15. Morris outside. Kennard kicks to Morris. No good on the 3.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Marjanovic passes to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. He's got 5 to shoot. No one near Marjanovic as he lets it go from beyond the arc and then some. Marjanovic has got himself on the board with 3 there. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Morris finds Cousins. Everly with the ball. Kennard, the bounce pass. This one for 3. Here's Zubac. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Porzingis. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. A different look for the Clippers. Man's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
And here's Reddick. No points in the game yet for him. Down low. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Kennard. That shot missing. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
The pass to Cauley Stein. Now Kleba. Richardson outside. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers trail by 17.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Patterson comes in for Morris. And Georgia subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Richardson outside. Here's Kleba. Dallas again missing. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Richardson outside. Outside for Reddick. Dallas again missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Reddick dishes to Richardson. Knocked away. George with the ball. Now guarded by Reddick. A nice shot by George.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Cauley Stein passes to Powell. Trying to get something going, and the layup is up and in. Powell's got his first bucket in this one.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And here's George for 3. And Ibaka kicks to George. Another shot. Cauley Stein grabs the board. And it's the Mavericks on the break. That will count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Dallas holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's man in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Clock at 6. Brunson against Rondo. Brunson no good. Clippers trail by 11. Here's Leonard. That one goes. Count it.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Doncic passes to Brunson. Back to Doncic. Inside. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Man, you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard kicks to Rondo from outside the arc, and the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic outside. Puts up a three. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Leonard. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Leonard, no luck.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Patterson comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Kennard, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Paul George in for Patrick Beverley. Pass to Patterson. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the triple. Patterson's got it back down to within single digits for Los Angeles.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then a nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Outside Hardaway. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Hardaway, no good. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Kennard finds Ibaka from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Passes it to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. The pass to Hardaway. Marjanovic down low. Kennard covering. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
Leonard on the wing. Pass to Kennard. Over to the left wing. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Leonard fires away from outside. That shot is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. 50 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Marjanovic unable to get that one.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
George with the ball. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Lays it up and banks it in. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Now George. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They came in here and, all right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. You're looking live and down. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Porter is out there with Bol. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Jokic, and the basket is good. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Murray. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Murray with the bounce pass. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Here's Leonard. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And finished off by Porter.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Cousins. Good defense by Jokic.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And finished off by Leonard.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Murray outside. The pass to Jokic. Pulls from the top of the key. Count that one. Jokic has got 6 points. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bol. And Monte Morris subbed in for Michael Porter. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for Morris. And George is subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Pass to Gordon. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Morris. Excellent D there from George. Clippers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That one wide left. One-on-one fast break. And here's Millsap from the arc. And with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. And now the fast break. George with the ball.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Pass to McGee. Now here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. McGee's shot is off. And they're on the break. Here's Batum. The shot, no good. And it's Denver the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
George with the ball. To the left wing. Morris against Kennard. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, George has major hops. I mean, this guy just gets up big time for these throwdowns.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Rivers, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Clippers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Rondo. High post, Zubats. Here's George. And he finishes nicely on the layup. George has got his second basket of the night.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. The Clippers on top, up by 4. And the second quarter will get underway.
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your pride.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
They've got Ivica Zubats. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the 4 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Kicks it out to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Takes the 13-footer. Reverses. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket for Millsap.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I like about Paul Millsap is he's relentless. There's no let-up when he's out there. I mean, he goes after every ball.
Kennard on the wing. Back to Batum. Passes to Kennard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And George gets it to go.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And the pass to McGee. Back to Morris. Out to the right wing. McGee against Ibaka. Out to Morris. Dishes it to Rivers. Pass to Gordon. Feeds to McGee. Tries again. And it's good for 2. McGee's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And he gets the bucket.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them. and he executes them very well.
The feed to Leonard. And stolen by Bol. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. The Nuggets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And, guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And like his father, Manu, Bol's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Murray kicks to Barton. Pass to Jokic. Shoots from the elbow. Denver gets it back to the wing on the left. Passes it to Bol. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Rondo looking over the floor. Morris outside. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Nice D from Porter. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that's...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
We've got a moment left at the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade All Fueled Up for the second half. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Michael Porter. Bol is out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point guard position. Jokic passes to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Barton kicks to Jokic. 6 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And the dunk by Bol.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Barton outside, back to Murray. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bull. Aaron Gordon comes in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Will Barton. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaVale McGee comes in for Jokic. And it's Rivers in for Murray. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. The Nuggets with another miss.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The pass to Millsap. Gordon kicks to Morris. Back to Gordon. McGee in the corner. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
To the inside, Ibaka, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on JaVale McGee.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside the rim. The improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line. And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Pass to Gordon. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Mann. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot two free throws.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
For Los Angeles, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee. Bull comes in for Paul Millsap. Porter's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And Barton subbed in for Rivers. It's Barton on the wing. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And another miss by Denver. And it's the Clippers' ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Sure. Count the basket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Pass to Jokic. And a wide open look for Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Porter's got 7 points in the game.
You know, I think this is a shot Porter Jr. has to continue to knock down because, after all, he's out there to stretch the floor, so he's got to cash in from there.
Denver's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And they're running. True on the 14-footer. 9 points for Michael Porter.
Well, you must respect Porter Jr.'s scoring ability. I mean, he is terrific connecting from the mid-range.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year? 88% from the line.
And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Nicholas Batum. Morris kicks to Rivers. Shot clock at 6. Stolen. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And that one's good. George.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
It's stolen by Morris. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The Nuggets trail by 3. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Buries the long-range jumper.
It's obvious that Barton's jump shot has come a long way. Right now, he's pretty solid at catching and shooting.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break it hurts Ron Lewis. He talked with the team. He told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
To the paint, here's Jokic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, it took a little time for Jokic to understand how to draw contact and get himself to the foul line, but he's figured it out now.
And he's good on the second. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 1-point game. It's George on the wing. Back to Beverley. Barton against George. And the dunk by Zubac.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
The Nuggets trail by 3. And here is Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Stolen by Zubac. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
The pass to Jokic. Barton outside. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Murray finds Jokic. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Leonard, no luck. They're running, moving it up. And the rejection by Zubac. Jokic passes to Bull. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And the touch ball is impressive. You can tell he has a lot of confidence in that shot.
On the wing, George. Martin defending, and that one's good, George.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Murray dishes to Barton. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Jokic passes to Barton. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Leonard attacking. He feeds it to Cousins. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. To the left side wing. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Jokic.
When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
Outside Leonard. 1:41 left in the fourth. Cousins with it, now guarded by Porter. Here's Leonard, and the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 10 points here in the second half.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments. You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a team like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And the Clippers call time here. They're in front by 3. There's 1:26 left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
To the left wing. Here's Jokic. Back to Murray. There's the dish to Bull. Shoots over Cousins. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Bull. 59 seconds left in the fourth. Outside, George. Like at 6. Good.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
Jokic against Ibaka. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now George. From deep. It's not going to go for him.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those 2.
Yeah, but that's...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For Broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge. DA.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Zubats in at the 5. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. Will be a fun matchup to watch.
McCollum finds Lillard. Back to McCollum. The 3. And that one is off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. The putback, Cousins on the follow.
The big body of Cousins, a menace on the offensive glass, who fights to keep plays alive.
It's McCollum on the wing from deep. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Morris. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
That's a 2 from Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Powell against Leonard. Back to Morris. Passes it to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Here's Lillard. That one a little long.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Wow, the way Cousins runs the floor for a big man, he can really hustle when he sees a chance for an easy score.
Lillard scanning the floor. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And it's Beverly missing.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. He's got to get the whole team pumped up.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lets it go with the 3. And with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. And it's McCollum off the drive. The pass to Simons. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Nurkic. Goes back up. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive board.
George with the ball. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Simons, the pass to McCollum. He gets it in there.
What a dead-eye McCollum is from that range. Such a tremendous feel for the mid-range jumper.
35 seconds left to play in the first. Here's George. Batum controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. It's good from about 19 feet. McCollum's got 7 points.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 5. After this break, we'll be back with this. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but deep.
I'm training summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Anthony out there with Collins. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at point guard. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by George. Los Angeles leading by 7. Here's Kennard. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
McCollum outside. Jacks up a 3. But they get it back. Pass to Simons. To the wing on the left. To the middle. Stolen by George. And George with the stuff.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's McCollum. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
Yeah, no question. It takes skill and a certain level of fearlessness.
A nice shot by George.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Oh, man, a reliable glue guy. Collins isn't just a skilled scorer. I mean, he's a rebounder, and he passes it well, too.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Leonard. And that one's drained from the low block. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like John Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Powell's checked in.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Trailblazers trail by 13. 1:53 left in the first half. 2 points. That one goes. Lillard's got his first points of the game.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket. With his speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down.
Passes it to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Lillard against Beverly. Outside Collins. And there's the pass to Carmelo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And Morris does a great job keeping his head up, finding his teammate for quality shots.
I see him.
50 seconds left to play here in the half. Anthony dishes to Cantor. Comes up empty down low. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 16-6 run. And again, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
With the run he's on in the second quarter, I mean, his field goal percentage is tremendous right now.
Powell finds Lillard. Morris trying to free himself up. Here's Anthony. Rebound by the Clippers.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots. He'd be better off passing up.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
For Los Angeles, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
There's no secret. Cousins is one of the more fiery competitors in this league, and I like guys who play with their heart in this league.
Trailblazers trail by 19. Hollis Jefferson passes to Anthony. Nurkic in the post. Pass to Simons. A dominating first half of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points and 1 steal. And...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 2. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Back to Leonard. 6 to shoot. The second chance effort. Goes up again. And Zubac puts it in. Zubac has got his second basket.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, and it's inexcusable. They're all too common. Basketball one-on-one. When the shot goes up, put a body on someone.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons, defended by Beverley, and it's Simons missing. Here's Leonard. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Simons, defended by Beverley, and Nurkic gets it to go.
An 0 for 3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
Here's Beverley. No points in the game yet for him. Morris outside. A steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Norman Powell's checked in for Little. Collin comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Kennard finds George. Back to Kennard. It's George on the wing. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 9.
This is why Kennard's teammates appreciate him. He's good at sharing the wealth when they're uncovered.
Here's Lillard. McCollum trying to get open. And again, it's Portland converting. Los Angeles leading by 20. Pass to man. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Lillard against George. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Kennard. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in this game. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. George laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 11.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Lillard against George. That one goes in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now, here is George. 11 points in the game. Misses the 3. Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by George.
I don't know if it's been the main factor, but his off night has definitely been one factor here.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A different look for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Ibaka. And Morris subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And a switch here also for Portland. Anthony's checked in. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard. McCollum's got 11 points.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Outside, George. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. For the 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Lillard. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable at a very young age.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 14-point lead as we bring the... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 14-point game. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Nurkic. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Outside Anthony, clock at 6. Whistle blows, basket is good. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum. I mean, especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
Now Beverly. Outside Leonard. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. Ahead. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from McCollum.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Beverly finds Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard looking around. Yep, it counts. And the Clippers lead by 10.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Zubac against McCollum. Powell, the pass to Simons. Now here's McCollum. He's covered closely. Clippers leading by 10. To the inside, Morris. Zubac trying to break loose. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Beverly.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Up and in on the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Morris kicks to Leonard. Shoots over Powell. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Exceeding. And they go to the intentional foul. So for the Clippers, Baca comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Paul George in for Marcus Morris. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. George passes to Beverly. George against Jones. Looking to get it going. And George, here we go. Trailblazers trail by 8. Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by George. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. 1:30 left to play here in the fourth. And again, no good by the Clippers. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Clippers leading by 8. Beverly up top, defended by Covington. George looking around. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Clippers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Leonard.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
And that one's good, George.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they played for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. Just a total team effort.
And the second chance effort by McCollum.
Oh, he plays with so much heart, McCollum. I mean, he is constantly battling on the court. This time, it's on the glass.
Outside, George. And it's George again missing. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for great. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Marjanovic. Now Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. On the clock. No one near Marjanovic as he lets it go. And that one goes long. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Beverly with the ball. Morris outside. Zubac finds Leonard. Over Hardaway. Off the left rim and out. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Fast break, Dallas. Dallas moving the ball around. Porzingis inside. Working on Zubac. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of this. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now here's Beverly. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. No good from Cousins.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Lets it fly. Here's Finney-Smith. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Marjanovic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. That one doesn't drop.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Morris with the bucket. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
The Mavericks leading. Oh, that was something else.
But this is when you start to talk about Reddick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
George from deep three-point land. The long-distance three is buried.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Doncic. Launches a three. Batum grabs the miss. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Out to Ibaka. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And here is Kleber. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Powell finds Reddick. And it's off from three-point range. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
The shot by George, no good. Dallas has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Inside. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Outside, George. Kennard on the wing. And the Clippers miss again. Here's Kleber, and the layup falls.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Dallas up by 3. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
You know, this game, you know, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson, and it's Melly in at the 4 slot. Now the pass to Powell. Shot clock at 6. And Brunson has it in the corner. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Reddick banked in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Morris kicks to Leonard. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Here's Reddick. Here's Powell. Hits the close-range jumper. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Pass to Ibaka. The Clippers again turning it over. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Dallas leading by 4. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Outside Hardaway. Passes to Marjanovic. Back to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. Marjanovic kicks to Hardaway. Offline with his 3. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Cousins with the bucket.
Just such a power player is Cousins. Fantastic. Fighting his way through whatever kind of challenge the defense wants to throw at him.
Pass to Doncic. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Cousins dishes to Ibaka. Leonard against Hardaway. Here's Ibaka. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ibaka's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Dallas making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Out to Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Back to George. 3-pointer. That shot off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Marjanovic with the slam.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
There's the pass to Kennard. There's the dish to George. Back to Kennard. From deep 3-point range. The rebound by Marjanovic. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarters.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie, the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period came to a close with them holding a... And...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
Yeah, and the numbers don't jump out at you, but the impact on the game sure does.
Well, the commitment he has to fill his role and consistently fill that role, that's what that team needs from him.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Cousins in at the power forward. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. That one misses. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Richardson. The Clippers grab the miss. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Here's Porzingis, and that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Well, when you see Porzingis attack the glass, you want to stand up in your seat. There's been these opportunities where we've seen him flying in for some highlight dunks.
Cousins finds Leonard, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Leonard's got 8 points.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Pass to Cauley Stein. Pass to Doncic. Now Hardaway. A putback. Porzingis on the foul. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Pass to Morris. And here is Zubac. Cauley Stein defending. Zubac the pass to Morris. Now Cauley Stein. Richardson gets a wide open look. Porzingis on the foul.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Beverley for 3. Morris kicks to Beverley. Offensive rebound. Cousins on the follow.
I mean, one guy who's still dominating the inside, DeMarcus Cousins, a great rebounder and a great scorer. That time a second chance, cashing in.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dwight Powell comes in for Porzingis. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. George against Powell. And Finney-Smith gets it to go. Finney-Smith's got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
George, no good. It's deflected. Doncic outside. The pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. Doncic outside. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Marjanovic passes to Richardson. And Ibaka kicks to George. Off target from outside.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Here's Marjanovic. The shot will not fall. Ibaka with some nice D. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And Ibaka is right there.
And when you have a big man like Ibaka who has the athleticism to get to the ball and convert on the putback like that, that's a luxury.
29 seconds left in the third. Here's Richardson, and it goes down 2 points. Richardson's got his first points in this one.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Kennard. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. He kicks to George. The three ball. Powell pulls it in. Redick with the three. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Melly in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. J.J. Redick's checked in for Hardaway. Clippers trail by 6. This is it to Beverly. George way outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. It's Redick on the wing. Defended by Beverly. Pass to Melly. The high post shot. The pass to Finney-Smith. Right wing. Now here's Porzingis. Defended by George. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Dallas. George looking over the floor. The shot off that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Porzingis passes to Melly. Porzingis trying to get free. He gets that one. And now a 10-point Maverick lead. And Los Angeles guys shooting 31%. Not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. In the corner, George with it. And it's George again missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
They get the rebound. Out to the right wing. This one for 3. Brunson, no good. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth.
And we all know what a tough cover Kawhi has become. The defender got caught in a bad position and is kicking himself for it now.
The free throw drops for Leonard. And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Melly. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Ibaka's checked in.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies. Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Here's George, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic against Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Doncic, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
A three from Leonard. Kleber with the rebound. Dallas leading by 8. Stein finds Redick. And the three ball is good.
You can't let J.J. Redick get hot from there, and he usually starts the game that way, so this could be a long night.
Kleber against George. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And it's Doncic missing. Clippers trail by 8. Takes it from 10. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful as a good shooter from mid-range.
Doncic kicks to Redick. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
The deep three from George. Pass to Beverly. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Kept alive. Zubac. Banked in off the glass.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Doncic working it over. Deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep three-point range, Stein kicks to Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic. George against Kleber. George with the ball. From deep. Off target with that shot. And so it's Dallas winning this one. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Nuggets, Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. Murray outside. Outside Porter, 6 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. He was all alone on that one.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
On the wing, Morris. Pass to Zubac. Leonard with the ball. Zubac trying to break loose. Leonard, no luck.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Zubac the best to Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Bull.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Jokic inside. Zubac defending. Jokic kicks to Murray. The dish to Barton. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic. The kick out to Barton. From the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Down low. And stolen by Bull. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And that one's good. Barton.
And this is what you want on both ends.
to win the battle of effort.
And that's exactly what you can control, right? Your desire, your hustle, your will to succeed.
Here's Leonard trying to get open as Ibaka. Good defense by Jokic.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Murray finds Barton. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Passes it to Jokic. On the wing, Porter. Back to Jokic. Stolen by Beverly.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes.
Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
And an intentional foul right there. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Denver leading by 6. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Millsap finds Gordon. Here's Jokic. That one good for 2.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
George with no one around sinks the three-pointer.
Consistent shooter from outside the arc. Paul George is terrific at finding space when he needs to get a shot off.
Millsap left side. The pass to Jokic. Now Rivers. On the wing, Gordon. He can't get that one to fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's man, and it's blocked. And up before again for the Nuggets, running the court. Jokic passes to Gordon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 5. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
That's phenomenal athleticism on the drive. Paul George just sprints past everyone with ease.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nuggets lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Ibaka. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 2-guard spot. Cousins finds Beverly. Here's George. Here's Ibaka. Rebound by the Nuggets. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Out to Morris. The tray. Cousins pulls it in.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And George able to finish. George has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Clippers.
Well, Paul George putting the size and the length that he possesses to be an effective force on the glass. Nice.
And that one's good. Beverly's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end. Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Barton subbed in for Monte Morris. Mann passes to Batum. Murray against George. And stolen by Bol. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Morris passes to McGee. Here's Dozier. Back to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Pass to Cousins. Back to George. Beyond the arc. He can't get that one. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
Batum with the steal. Now, here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. McGee finds Gordon. Back to McGee. Kicks it out to Gordon. Over Morris. The Nuggets with another miss. The Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Leonard. And he can't jam it through.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
McGee's shot is off. The Clippers trail. Here's Leonard, and he converts the layup. Leonard's got 6 points.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
.124 left now here in the second. Dozier passes to Millsap. Gordon with no one around. Off target with his 3. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Morris, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
Pass to Dozier. Back to Morris. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers leading by 3. And Morris throws it down.
Well, at 6'9" with good athleticism, dunking not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you pay.
Passes to McGee. Here's Dozier. Back to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Leonard. The putback. They shoot again. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
There's 14 seconds left here in the second. Murray outside. Now the pass to Jokic. With 1 on the clock, he lays it in. He has 6.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Clippers.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They're in better shape now than they were at one. And that'll about...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Bill Barton is out there with Murray. Then there's Bull. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter at the small forward. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Murray outside. Right side, Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Jokic. Stolen by Zubac.
Really poor pass there, guys. And the D did a great job capitalizing off the mistake.
Ibaka, no luck. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And now the Clippers on the break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Murray, the pass to Bull. Murray kicks to Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's George. Barton with the rebound.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
There's the 3. The Nuggets with another miss. Clippers leading by 3. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Rivers, he's checked in for Barton. And here is Murray. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Jokic. Feeds it to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
George against Rivers. So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. And George, here we go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, I'll tell you this. He is a relentless scorer at this point, Aaron Gordon. He is not afraid of taking contact.
Denver shooting their first free throw of the contest. The Clippers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Passes it to Kennard. Clippers moving the ball around. Got a hand on it.
Boy, the vertical that Aaron Gordon has helps him on the defensive end. Twice on the pipes with that block.
McGee dishes to Morris. Lots of room. They get it back. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Dozier. He's guarded by Cousins. Dozier passes to Morris. Clock at 4. Another shot. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Knocks it loose. Stolen by McGee. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, the agility, the mobility, the speed of Aaron Gordon in the fast break. Just such a tough cover.
And Cousins kicks to George. Kennard the pass to George. A shot off that time. Gordon with the defensive effort.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for George. Here's Jokic, and he banks in the layup. Jokic has got 8 points.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
35 seconds left in the third. For 3, Murray, but they recover it. Bol dishes to Rivers. Jokic kicks to Barton. Rivers passes to Barton. He's looking for Rivers and finds him. Here's Jokic. And there's the pass to Murray. Here's Barton. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Barton's got his 2nd bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Great positioning on the putback.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Denver on top, ending the third quarter with a big 11-3 run. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Pocket is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so he hits the technical free throw. Clippers on defense. Dozier passes to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Clippers call time here.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
They try to do me, but they have to get heaven. I'm staying away from me. I'm such a gifted. I'm seated on the floor. She can see the loafers. Showing love to the season ticket holders. Showing love to the season ticket holders. Showing love to the season ticket holders. We do this for the city, you. Whole city.
for the Nuggets. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
And that one drops for him.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Murray surveying the D. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. That's all good, and that's his fifth basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
Murray outside. Kicks it to Bull. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight to tie it up. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Porter. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Jokic finds Barton. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. Here's Jokic. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's George. That ties it up.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Murray with it. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. And the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Knocked away and stolen by Barton. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it and finished off by Porter.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
Out left of the wing. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Jokic passes to Porter. Just 4 to shoot. 11 feet away. For 3, Murray. No good on the shot. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To take the lead, and the layup by George. 14 points for George.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley making it easy for his teammate to score.
Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Outside, Porter pulls up on the wing. That shot is off.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Back to George. And George with the stuff.
Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line at his absolute best.
Murray against Beverley. Pass to Jokic. Kicks it to Bull. No good off the back of the rim. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Clippers, Ibaka comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Paul George. Now Beverley. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You know, sometimes just standing up there by yourself, it takes even more focus to drain the technical, but he gets it done and adds to their lead.
To the wing right side. They need this. And another miss by Denver.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. A true thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Baca is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 2-guard spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. Now here's Leonard. And here's Morris for 3. They get it back. Here's Zubac. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Beverly against Lillard. Pass to Powell. Lillard dishes to Powell. And the basket by Lillard. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. No good on the triple. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Morris inside. Powell's there. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Morris with the bucket.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Covington dishes to Nurkic. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Nurkic.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here is Morris. And here's Leonard from three. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And stolen by Lillard. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Morris outside. Zubac finds Morris. Leonard against Powell. And it's Leonard missing.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Powell dishes to Lillard. Over Beverly. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Now here is George. And they pick up two.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
McCollum passes to Cantor. Here's Simons. McCollum outside. Over Kennard. Misses off the right iron.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
George, no good. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers, trailing by two.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And it's George again missing. Powell dishes to Cantor. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Cantor's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
And the Clippers miss again.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Simons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game. For the Trailblazers, Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for McCollum. Clippers trail by 4. Outside, Batum. Pass to Cousins. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. From deep, George. That doesn't go either for George.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
And the pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Back to Anthony. And that one, good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Out to Anthony. Got it off in time. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the...
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, Paul George is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's man in at the 2.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Offensive rebound. Outside Anthony. Over to the wing. Out to the wing. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Lillard, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Powell, he's checked in for Anthony. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Ibaka, second chance shot. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Zubac.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Leonard against McCollum. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Here's Leonard, deflects the pass. Covington with the steal. On up the court. Tips it. And the second chance effort by McCollum. McCollum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Nurkic with the block, and he gets it back. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Beverly. Lillard against Beverly. Up top, Covington. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Nurkic can't hit. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Leonard over in the corner. Beverly fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Powell, no one around him, and the dunk by Covington.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And foul called. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And it's Simons missing. Clippers trail by 8. Here's George. Here's Kennard. It's deflected. Here's Jones. Here's Hollis Jefferson. But they'll get another chance. From deep three-point range, the shot will not fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Mann. Here's Kennard. Pass to Mann. Tries again. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. A nice shot by George.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. A different look now for Portland. Clippers trail by 5. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's George. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
George against Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. 1 second left. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
One of the best defenders in the NBA, Paul George displays strong timing and discipline.
And a close game so far. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They've got a 3-point lead. Kenny, give us your take. And
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Clearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Ibaka, the pass to Beverly. Out to Morris. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. And foul up, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Off target from 3-point range. The Clippers trail. Leonard inside. He's guarded by McCollum. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
McCollum finds Collins. And here's McCollum. Lillard left side. 5 on the clock. The 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Leonard on the wing. Fires the 3. Good D by McCollum. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. McCollum's got 8 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. Right. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Anthony. Cantor. The putback is no good. LA's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Clippers moving the ball around. George from deep 3-point land. Los Angeles with another miss.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Wallace Jefferson can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Man passes to George. And here's Kennard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Tips it up, and George able to finish. 7 points in the game.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
Over to the left wing. Here's Hollis Jefferson. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
And here's George for three. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
The Clippers shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Here's George. Oh!
Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
Here's Simons. And it's sent back by George. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Clippers ahead. They lead by 1. And we'll be back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. So for the Clippers right now, Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Ibaka, and it's Man in at the small forward position.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
There's the feed to Ibaka. The first free throw is good. Ibaka hits both of them.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Lillard outside. Right at the free throw line, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. And here is Los Angeles now. Outside, George. Shoots over Powell. Second shot opportunity. And the layup good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 this quarter.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the shot is long. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. George looking over the floor. Taken away by Anthony. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Pass to Leonard. To the paint. Nurkic with the steal. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by McCollum. And now it's a 3-point Portland lead.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And George kicks to Beverly. Outside for George. 5 to shoot. And the the Clippers miss again. It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard the pass to Ibaka. Here's Zubac. Right side George. And he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Passes to McCollum. There's 1:54 left in the game. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
A nice shot by George.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
McCollum outside. Lillard against Beverly. And again, it's Portland converted.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
George up top. Guarded by Powell. Here's Ibaka. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Anthony. Up the floor. And that one's good. Lillard.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
To the inside. Goes back up. The 3 from George. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by Beverly. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Takes the 3. Second chance effort. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Now, here's Lillard. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.